So if you were called the African booty scratcher, or I don't even know why they put booty scratcher next to African and Asian, but white supremacy and racism in this world teaches us as Black people that the color of our skin means that we are dirty. Like, this is the hatred that they instilled in us. So me now being exposed to public school, I was now learning that, and having a different accent to everyone else. You know, in kindergarten, people are asking me, "Are you from Africa?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." And my parents always trained me to say, whenever people would ask where we're from, we always say we're from Grenada. My parents never trained me to say I am American. So if it baffles some people, I'm not trained or programmed to say I am American or I'm from America, because my parents never, and I mean, not just say my parents. I was raised by my mom specifically. I was raised by my single mother, and she never trained me to say I am American. You cannot turn to my mother and tell my mother that her children are American. She's going to tell you that her children and her family are from Grenada. Like I said, she, you know, is very, very like close and stuck to her culture. All right. So when asked where I was from, I would say Grenada, and people are like, "Where's that? Somewhere in Africa?" I remember when I was a child, there was this movie that came out called Madagascar. It's like, I think, African movie. I can't even really remember. And I even got asked, "Is Grenada next to Madagascar?" You know, but back then, no one really, Grenada is such a small place. It's like a little dot on the map. I remember arguing with kids in school, and they're like, "That's not a real place." And I'm like, "Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah, it is." And they're like, "Well, find it on the map, find it on the globe." And I remember I went on the teacher had a globe in the classroom, and I went on the globe looking for Grenada, and I couldn't, I couldn't find it. I actually ended up getting an atlas, a big book of the world maps. And, you know, it's like you have to go all the way to the pages where the Caribbean is, and where they would zoom in on smaller countries. And I was able to find a little dot that was supposed to represent Grenada. Obviously, the map wasn't big enough for you to actually see the parishes, but it was this little thing right there. You know, in the Caribbean is like you had the Grenadine Islands, and I was like, well, one of those little dots, one of those Grenadine Islands there, that's where Grenada is.
Since I small, me mommy said, "Don't go down there, don't go down there, don't go down there, don't go down there, don't go down there."